Wish I had something weird or something to do for this intro, but sadly I have nothing, so... Yeah, there's that. Yeah. Anyways, we're here to react to some more Brandon Herrera and Darwin Awards today. Yeah, the 16th one. Yep, we've reacted to quite a bit of these, and yeah, we're gonna keep on doing because I enjoy watching these, yeah. See some people not know what they're doing with firearms and then end up doing something stupid, and yeah. I don't know how else to explain it now. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So, you know, check out the original video and Brandon Herrera, both will be linked in the description below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff because it helps out a lot and it's very much so appreciated. Without further ado, let's jump right in the video now, shall we?
First round, and... It always cracks me up, though, that the slowest person to react in all of these videos is always the person who fired the shot. Huh. What is up, you sexy YouTube mother lovers, and welcome back to...
Yeah, of course it would be like that, huh?
Another episode of the Darwin Awards.
Who needs a shave?
As we say here on the channel, guns are awesome.
True.
Idiots, on the other hand,
not so much.
Not so much.
Yeah.
When you put the two of those things together, you might end up with a winner of what we call the Darwin Award. If you're not familiar with the concept of a Darwin Award, it's an award that you get, often posthumously, when you do something so stupid you end up removing yourself from the gene pool. You die, and the fittest continue to survive. In this episode, we have AK fighting, shotgun dancing, Polish safety officers, and more. But the purpose of these videos, aside from comedy and entertainment, of course, is to try to use a few of these clips as
seems like we're in for quite the ride with this one, huh?
Examples of gun safety failures and how to avoid them. That being said, let's start this episode out strong with a pucker factor of 10. Let's say you yourself are fighting in the front lines of Ukraine. You have a truckload of loaded rockets and you want to get them onto the ground as fast as possible. Well, you got a lot of options, but you can always do what this guy did.
Oh boy.
Just toss the bitch.
Just tossed it? Alright, so don't do that. Yeah, just don't do that. That's absolutely stupid. Like, just... I was about... We always say, what are you thinking when you do something stupid, but... They weren't. They don't. Like, just...
Dude, that slow motion is fucking crazy. It looks like that rocket just ripped right through the body panel of that truck. This reminds me of that old clip we used in another Darwin Awards episode where the guy's just slamming the RPG down into the dirt. Except this guy wasn't so lucky. But a lot luckier than he could have been. I know some of you ordnance nerds are going to tell me exactly what kind of rocket that is down in the comments.
Probably.
Come on, guys. You know who you are. It's your time to shine.
Does anyone in my comments want to tell me exactly what type of rocket that was? Question mark? Guess I'll find out later.
Speaking of Ukraine, I actually have a bonus clip that I wouldn't normally include in the episode, but it just fit too perfect here. Apparently, this is a Russian helicopter accidentally dumping a bunch of missiles at some random bystanders.
That's not good. Jesus.
Luckily, that guy didn't get hit, but,
close.
I mean, overpressure is a fucking thing. Probably didn't remember the fucking second grade anymore, I'll tell you that. Now, I will caveat, there's a lot of disinformation and changing of stories with clips like this. So do I know if that's what actually happened here? No. Would I put it past the Russians?
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
No. No. It totally could be manipulated to make you think that, but yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. But could it have been? Possibly not. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. There's definitely a chance, though. How high or low it is, I don't know.
Now, the next clip we're going to talk about comes from Poland. This video went super viral recently and is actually the reason why we're doing this Darwin Awards video so soon after the last one. You guys were blowing me up with this video, and we had to talk about it. The guy's apparently a judge or something at this shooting competition, and as he's trying to, I guess, unload this shotgun, he ends up pointing it directly at another person's hip. Let's see how that plays out.
Oh, no! Oh, God. Oh my God.
Yeah, so,
Yikes. That's big yikes. Very big yikes. Jesus Christ. Alright, so, just... Oh my god. Like, have it pointed downwards, man. Like, Jesus Christ. At least that way the only thing that's getting injured is the ground. And your foot if it's in the way. But, oh my god. And in the hip too, that's not gonna feel good at all. I'm not sure how hip injuries work, but hopefully he can walk after that, yeah.
That guy's probably not gonna walk right for a little while.
Oh yeah,
Or
definitely not.
maybe ever. Better hope
Possibly.
that bounced off the titanium on that guy's hip. Holy shit. Thankfully, this looks like it's probably like birdshot or a target load, something nice and
but
light.
even then,
because if that
still-
was buckshot or a slug, well, this guy would probably not have to worry about learning to walk again.
Yeah, but birdshot or not, still. Like, oh, good lord.
The funniest part to me is that there's actually more to the story outside the video. Apparently,
Oh, really?
the vest he's wearing is from some Polish shooting safety foundation or something like that. The organization who has now weighed in on this video and is claiming that that vest is actually fake.
Oh.
They say they have nothing to do with this whatsoever. They say that the guy in the video actually made a fake vest to pretend to represent them, which sounds... but regardless, it is...
Is that legal? I don't know. Doesn't sound legal to me. That's... They say he was a judge too? Hold on, go back. Oh, he's a judge at the shooting competition, not an actual judge, okay. Like, court judge is what I was talking about, yeah. But still, yeah, I don't think you should be doing that anymore. Jesus Christ.
It is very funny. Vestgate, not the gunshot
Yeah,
injury.
Vestgate.
All right, the guy's apparently fine, so now I can say
Okay, well, that's
maybe
good.
it's a little
At
funny.
least.
Now it's probably a good time to go over the 4 basic rules of gun safety like we do in every video, because trust me, they're gonna come in handy in the next clips. Treat every weapon as if it is loaded.
Yes.
Keep your finger off the trigger until you are ready to fire.
Indeed.
Know your target and what's behind it, and never point your weapon at anything you're not willing to destroy. If you break one or more of those
And if you don't know what you're doing with the gun, don't touch it and leave it down like they had that one on.
those rules, well, unfortunately, you might end up on the show. Thanks to Delete Me for sponsoring this video. Darwin Awards aside for a second, did
ironic.
you know that your private information is probably available somewhere online because some data broker somewhere took it and sold it on the internet? People have entire jobs where all they do is just take your private information off the internet and sell it to companies, which is why you get so much spam. I don't like spam! Well, it doesn't have to be that way, and that's where Delete Me comes in. With your personal information online, you could be doxxed, harassed, swatted, or worst of all, just spammed to death. That just drives me up a wall, which is why I'm using Delete Me to get all my personal information
Yeah, no one
off
likes
the internet.
spam.
Not only can Delete Me do all that for you, Delete Me can also reduce your risk of identity theft and being a victim of phishing scams. PH, not F.
You, sir, are a fish.
Basically, the way that it works is that Delete Me experts will go out and find and remove your personal information. And that's not just a one-time thing either. They will regularly search for and remove your personal information all year long. So save yourself a lot of headache and go to joindeleteme.com/Herrera. If you use that link or just use the code...
That's definitely a thing. Join Delete Me. I'm glad we know why it's called that, because if it wasn't for, getting rid of your personal data from all that stuff, then, it could have been sound like for something a lot more shady and most likely illegal.
Herrera, you will get 20%
It probably sound like a nihilist forum or something, yeah.
off. That's
But thankfully that's not the case.
joindeleteme.com/Herrera. So now let's travel over to a part of the world that's just been a generator for Darwin Awards clips.
All right.
The Middle East.
Oh, yep. Yep.
So here we have 2 gentlemen
Jesus
holding
Christ, what are we doing?
AKs. And I thought, oh, this is going to be one of those videos where, they just
Alright, hold on. Alright, I'm having Metal Sonic use Chaos Control to readjust the video, and boom, there it is. Alright, anyways, let's get back into this.
shoot up in the air and don't really care about where the bullets land. I was wrong. Just watch.
What are you doing? What? Oh my god.
I'm not gonna lie, when somebody first showed me this video, I had to watch it multiple times. I was in fucking disbelief. Don't worry, when something inevitably goes wrong, I'm sure there's a nice, sanitary, cutting-edge first world hospital nearby.
Maybe. There isn't there?
But yeah, this
Yeah. I didn't think so, yeah, go back to this. Point of view, me when I lie.
But yeah, this is some serious smooth brain shit. Looks like those old cartoons where they shoot at somebody's feet to try to make him dance.
Yeah.
Speaking of dancing, we've actually covered stuff like this next video in Darwin Awards in the past, but this one is fucking crazy. So in this part of the world, they apparently have a custom where they take basically a muzzle-loading shotgun and they fill it with black powder, create like a blank load, and then they dance with it and shoot it at the ground and stuff as sort of like a festive.
Yeah, we saw some dude doing that with like a 9mm or something, like one of the previous ones. Now we get one with a shotgun. Lovely.
Thing, I guess. Sometimes it doesn't go so great.
Yeah, who could have guessed?
Before. This guy in today's video, though, is for whatever reason doing this in the middle of an active public street.
Yeah,
the
like
results...
Yeah, I don't see how this could go wrong in the slightest. No, certainly not. Certainly it won't go horribly wrong.
About as bad as they can be. We got first round, and
Just...
In the face! In the face!
I mean, luckily it's just a blank, but
Still.
fuck me, dude.
Yeah.
Blanks can still potentially kill you. I love how he's not.
And I also imagine they don't feel pleasant in the slightest ever. Either. Said ever, then either. Well, even then, still, I imagine it's not pleasant in the slightest. This guy clearly wasn't thinking. He wasn't thinking. His brain wasn't working. Like, I'd like to know what's going on through the head, but I don't need to look through it, because we already know. Nothing in there. Nothing. Because, like, who in their right mind with an actual head on their shoulders goes into a public area to try that shit? Like, and one that's very busy, too. Like, just... Oh, my God. Alright, so let's do something here. Let's never do gun dances anymore, because, just don't. Yeah, I don't even need to explain more. I think the moment you hear gun dance, that's the moment you say no. Yeah. I don't need to go into further detail. The moment you hear gun dance, just no. No.
Not even good at it. Like, he just does some, like, half-assed ROTC rifle twirl and then shows some poor fucker behind him the face of God. It always cracks me up, though, that the slowest person to react in all of these videos is always the person who fired the shot. Other people are, like, freaking out, and they're just like,
Yeah.
fuck,
Like, Jesus.
I'm gonna have to leave the country, huh?
Eh.
Now, before we move on, I did want to tell you guys that we still have these available at Bunker Branding. Brandon Herrera for ATF Director shirts. Shut it down, which is obviously the end goal. If you haven't heard about that
Yeah,
yet...
that was a thing. Like, when the election in 2024 ended, a lot of people were saying get Brandon Herrera to be the ATF director just to shut it down. Be nice if it did. But I sadly don't think that's happening anytime soon.
I've got a whole video about it, but yeah, somehow I ended up with the most votes on RFK's website, where people recommend cabinet positions. Not my qualifications? Well, aside from my over a decade industry experience as a federally licensed 07 manufacturer's FFL with SOT, I can also, you know, have a little bit of practical experience that the ATF has seemed to be lacking in for quite some time.
Yeah.
A lot of experts there.
Yeah.
Not to mention my
experts.
political activism and my congressional testimony on ATF-related bills. Now, I don't know who Trump's going to pick for this position, but you can show your support down in the links in the description and in the pinned comment, because with these shirts, we're actually donating a good bit of the proceeds to no-kill dog shelters or animal shelters here in San Antonio. Because even if we can't save dogs from the ATF, we can still save some here at home. Now, before we leave the Middle East for this episode, we've got one last clip from that area. You see, there's always that one guy at the party who takes things just a little too far.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
of course I know him. He's me.
So here we have Shane Gillis taking a break from making them at night. He's holding what looks to be a Makarov.
Shane Gillis. That looks like the cockroach fucker from Men in Black, the first one. That's what that looks like just from here. This blurry-ass image. Like, seriously, like, that's what I got from this. Shane Gillis, excuse me?
A man after my own heart. Everybody just seems to be fine with him fucking around with it. Until he tries to load it.
Oh, no. Jeez. Good move disarming him. Good move.
I will say, great situational awareness and risk control from his friends there.
Yeah, like, good. Yeah. Just, yeah, like, hold on. Let's go back in that. Like, let's look at this a bit more. Like, just...
A man after my own heart. Everybody just seems to be
Yeah,
fine with
I'm
him
not.
fucking around with it.
I'm not comfortable with them just pointing it around. I mean, because evidently it seems like people are in the direction of that way. Hey, based on where some of them came from, but still.
Until he tries to load it.
Yeah, just no. Yeah, like just no.
I will say, great situational awareness and risk control.
Like, very, very good move for disarming the dude. Yeah, I would have done the same if I wanted them.
From his friends there. That definitely could have escalated quickly.
Yeah.
Look, I'm always down to play with guns. But you have to know the time and place. And again, the 4 rules of gun safety are not optional.
Yeah.
Now this next clip is scary for a lot of reasons. So we're on a bus or some sort of public transportation here, and the cop or security, whoever that is, has what looks to be a Scorpion Evo, like a 9mm submachine gun slung around on his side. Not really sure what country would have cops walking around with slung Scorpion. I think off the top of my head, maybe Kenya. I do, however, know the countries that kids shouldn't be walking around pulling the triggers of oblivious cops' submachine guns.
Please tell me that is not what happened. That's definitely what happened here. Oh no.
Fucking all of them.
Oh god. No, no, oh no, oh no. Oh no. Oh!
God, this is like the third world equivalent of the whole, like, grab the officer's service weapon meme.
Yeah, like, it's just... What is this? Oh,
God, this is like the third world.
He's made Grabby Shark to lunch for it? No. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. That's a good way to get your ass beat. And it's very illegal, too. But that is a horrifying situation right there. Your gun just being strapped there, you're taking care of something, and some kid out there comes out and tries to pull the trigger. Whoo! Horrifying situation. Absolutely horrifying. Whether it's obliviousness or stupidity, that would not have been... Oh, Jesus. There was definitely a lot of bad things that could have happened from that. Thankfully, it seems like that didn't happen. Jesus Christ.
Equivalent of the whole, like, grab the officer's service weapon meme. Luckily, it looks like the mother was there to prevent this from turning into a real problem with
Thank
that
God.
tactical arm slap. I know in my house growing up, it would have been a weapon of choice. This next one was actually all over my Twitter feed recently because all I get there now
Yeah, like, thank God the mother came in clutch right there.
is politics, people dying, Indians versus trains, so people dying, OnlyFans ads, and slurs.
Yeah, sounds
It's like
Twitter.
the internet unfiltered.
Pretty much.
It's perfect. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about, but unfortunately it involves fireworks. So I cannot include it on the YouTube version because that is specifically against YouTube's community guidelines. But it is available on Pepperbox Uncensored, as well as the rest of this video is uncensored as well. But I will warn you in advance, and don't say I didn't, it is very uncensored. Now, this next one happens pretty fast. Judging by the music and the attire, I'm guessing this one comes out of India, but I'm not 100% sure. But that's not the part we should care about. The part we should care about is that guy in the upper left-hand corner of the screen fucking around with a loaded revolver.
He's
Doesn't take long to figure out
fiddling
why.
with something.
E. Yep. Guy just kind of grabs his chest like he's got acid reflux or something. Major what the fuck moment from the guy playing with the gun, who, might I add, continues to wave the loaded gun around right after...
I just...
he just accidentally shot someone.
Yeah.
Also, who doesn't know how a revolver works and has to fuck with it like that? Guess who didn't even click the links down below to check out sdi.edu, am I right? Once again, it's another example of one of those clips where the guy who does the shooting just kind of stands there like, fuck, I guess I have to find another...
Like he said earlier, they're always slow to react. It's like they do something and then their reaction speed just goes fucking slow-mo for some reason. It's like just... My guess is that their processing power and their brain just came to a halt or something. I don't know.
IT job in Mongolia. Now, we've shown a couple of Darwin Award-worthy clips so far, but that brings us
You know, the guy that got hit, he didn't really seem to be too hurt. I mean, well, maybe he did. Well, but he most likely... He did. I mean, he just got shot, so... Yeah. But I recommend getting to a doctor, yeah.
main event. A rapper accidentally shooting himself in the head on video. video. Now, this one actually got a lot of media coverage, and I've had this in my folder to cover on Darwin Awards before, but I didn't think it was worthy of including until recently I found the actual video.
Oh.
And man, does it take the cake for Darwin Award this episode.
Wow.
Bitch, look, I got that 30 on that bitch, nigga. Yeah, fuck y'all.
And just like that, that's it. That's how fast this shit.
Yeah. Oh my god. Why do you have to point it at your head? The only time I'd do that is if it was like an unloaded airsoft gun or toy gun. Otherwise, I'm not pointing it anywhere near my head. No. And this is not the first person who has done this. This is an issue. People need to stop pointing their own guns at their heads, because so many people have been doing that.
It happens, guys. Flexing with a gun on social media and trying to look all hard and impress people for 6 seconds. And that's all it took for this guy to accidentally end his own life.
Yeah.
Which brings up another point. I heard a
quick.
few people saying that this was actually intentional. That they say they heard him take the safety off and do it on purpose. If you look at the
hope
side of the
not.
gun, as this says actually a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, I believe. It does have a safety right there behind the slide release. And when he shows it to the camera, we actually do see that the safety is in the on position, or at least that's what it looks like to me. Meaning that click we hear
Yeah, fuck y'all.
is actually him disengaging the safety before pointing it to his temple and pulling the trigger. Now, I don't believe in context that this actually looks like an intentional self-delete. That's just my read on the clip and the attitude and everything like that.
It's who can really tell now at this point. It's who knows.
I'm not a psychologist, but that's
I'm not either.
what it looks like to me. To me, it just looks like a shitty internet flex gone horribly wrong. And that's
most
sad for a lot
likely
of
what it
reasons,
was.
but to me, it's most sad because this was completely avoidable.
Oh, yeah,
It usually
definitely.
takes a violation of at least
A
two.
lot of just about almost a lot of these can be unavoidable. Yeah.
The safety rules to have a major accident, and this guy was going for the royal flush. I mean, he pretty much violated all of them. Unfortunately, it's just the way it is. Play stupid games,
Yeah, fuck y'all.
and you could win a Darwin Award.
Yep.
But anyhow, guys, that wraps up this episode of Darwin Awards. Hopefully
Not a
you
prize
guys learned something.
one would want
If
to
not,
win.
I hope it was at least entertaining and gave you guys a couple of reasons to reinforce in your head why you follow the safety rules. Got some videos coming up I'm really excited for, including possibly a Guns of Red Dead Redemption video.
Oh.
It's a video that I've been working on for a very long time, so I'm excited to show that.
Should I check that out? There's a lot of Brandon Herrera videos I need to check out, other than just Darwin Awards.
To you soon. Make sure you don't miss out on it. Make sure that you're subscribed down below. Again, YouTube's always doing that weird thing where they unsubscribe people, so just make sure you
Yeah.
check. But I'm wrapping up for the night. I appreciate you guys so much for watching all the way to the end, and I will see you, sexy YouTube mother lovers, in the next video. Thanks, guys.
Fuel is my obsession to make the perfect weapon, like Rasputin's rise to the top.
Oh, no outros on this one. Damn. Oh, hello. Well, this is certainly something for the next one. I think I'm a bit excited for the next one, maybe just a little bit. It's just a bad idea over there, but I'm liking the view at least. Watch that one turn into like something horrific, and then I'm gonna feel so bad about laughing about and joking about it. Hope that's not the case. Alright, well, I guess I'll find out whenever I react to that one now. Really hope nothing horrific happened in that one. Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the video now, so I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. If you did, go check out the original video as well as Brandon Herrera. Both will be linked in the description below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff, because it helps out a lot, and it's very much so appreciated. And I hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.